ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the New York Jets Daily Recap. I'm your host, you Jets, and before we get started, 80% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get started. So the New York Jets activated inside linebacker Patrick Wasu off of IR and designated Frankie Louvu to return to practice. The Jets signed Wasu to a one-year, $2 million contract last offseason. Wasu started alongside Mosley for a couple years in Baltimore, and I guess the Jets wanted to recreate the chemistry Mosley and Wasu had in Baltimore, but we never got to see that play out because Wasu was placed on IR and Mosley opted out. Now with Williamson being on the Steelers, and Wasu off of IR, Wasu should be the New York Jets starting linebacker and prove to them that he is worth re-signing. Louvu was placed on IR around week 7. Once you're placed on IR, you can't practice, play any games for 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks since week 7, so expect Louvu back pretty soon. Apparently, Jamal Adams forced his way out of New York because he was dealing with depression. Another story. I do not know what to believe. In a recent interview with the AT Covered podcast, Adams said that after losses, he would just go home, sit in his room with the lights off, without his phone, without his TV, and just sit there being depressed. Apparently, his father called his agent and said, "I don't like my son like this. Get him the hell out of New York." And obviously, I thought it was Jamal Adams who forced his way out, so I do not know what to believe. According to Jets coach Adam Gase, the Jets are not tanking, just trying to play the younger guys, so it makes sense why we traded McClendon and Williamson and release Azier. We're just trying to see what guys can be part of our future and what guys can't. Now, let's get on to the Jets and Chargers injury report for November 18th, 2020. Henry Anderson, Blake Cashman, Sam Darnold did not practice. Sam Ficken, Rashad Perriman, Vincent Smith, Quentin Williams were limited, and Mekhi Becton and Patrick Wasu had full participation. I do not believe Anderson will be playing. It was announced earlier in the week that Darnold will be playing. Mekhi Becton left Monday's game against the Patriots with a chest injury, but is not major. Becton said he was suffering a cold before the game, and it just kind of got all congested, and he just had to be out. It is nothing serious. Now on to the Chargers injury report. Joey Bosa, Brian Boga, Dan Freeman, and Casey Hayward had full participation. Cole Mazza was limited, and Tyrod Taylor did not practice. Now, Chris Harris Jr. was actually designated to return to practice today, but he hasn't been activated off of IR, so he should not play Sunday against the Jets. We'll just have to see how everything plays out. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed what you saw or heard, make sure to subscribe because I post content like this every single day. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Jets, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Recap. Peace!